Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Nerders. My name is Rich.
I'm Nick.
We are from the Over a Beer channel.
That's
us.
We're
doing the show over a beer.
Yeah.
Nick, what are we drinking?
This one I have high hopes for this week's beer.
Okay.
I guess I always every week. I don't want to drink a bad beer.
Yeah.
You know.
You drink a Bud that one.
Yes, that's true. I didn't have much hope for that. But yeah, so today we're drinking the Super Fuzz Blood Orange Pale from Elysian, which is almost the name of a bad Matt Damon movie.
Is that the movie with...
No story here. Nope, no, that's it. That's all that we got.
It looks like Prince with a Snapchat... Oh, I'm sorry. With a Snapchat filter.
It does,
like
yeah.
With that new,
or like
glasses filter.
Like a Sacha Baron Cohen character. Yeah. Like he's trying to do that again, but everybody just knows after Borat, so it would never work again. Even though he made that other movie. What was that one movie called?
Bruno.
Yeah. Schmeh. Okay, let's let's give it a shot.
Cheers. It's pretty good.
Yeah. It doesn't taste like beer at all. It just tastes like kind of like you can taste the orange.
Yeah. Can you taste the fuzz?
Kind of. Not really.
I feel like that would almost
be... Can you taste the super?
I almost feel like that would be a good beer for somebody who's not very into beer or just starting out on beer.
Yeah, no.
I don't mean that in like a derogatory sense. It's just like it doesn't have a very strong beer taste.
No. I think that this would be a great summer beer.
Yes.
And it's a very cold day here in Orlando. A cold week here in Orlando, Florida, shockingly.
Get the 1 week.
So it's not right for the time.
But it's good.
But I think it'd be really refreshing at like an outdoor barbecue type of thing. So good job, Elysian. Elysian. What are we doing today?
We're doing movie news. Our movie top story.
Yeah, we have one.
We do.
Actually, and it kind of spun out into a few stories, all related to the same thing.
Did it?
Yes.
Maybe I'm not totally aware of all of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's break it down then. Let's break it down for the people. What are we talking about?
So I think we might have brought this up at one point on the show prior.
Because it was rumored.
Because there was rumor and back and forth, and I'm going to do it, I'm not going to do it, I'm going to do it again. Ben Affleck is no longer directing The Batman.
Yes. The main reason that we've been excited for him as Batman and Batman v Superman and everything was kind of, and then even Suicide Squad, we're like, you know what's going to be great though?
When he directs
that Batman movie, which ended up being called The Batman, and now he's not going to direct it. He has bowed out of directing it. His reasoning, paraphrasing was, this is a character that deserves his utmost attention to his performance. Mm-hmm. And so he wanted to focus on that. Bullshit. I think that I have my own theories on why he's not doing this, and we can get into that in a second. But like, just in terms of that, you got to give it your all idea. Like, yes, I want him to give a really great performance in this movie.
See, I interpreted him saying that more as the director's chair took more focus than he was able to give while also doing.
I still say bullshit because he gave a very good performance in The Town.
No,
I don't want to say whether or not he gave a great performance in Argo.
Yeah.
But let's also put it this way. I'm not saying that you can just sleepwalk through these things, and what actors do is great. Mm-hmm. But he's already portrayed the character in BVS. Mm-hmm. He's already done a Justice League movie that is in the can, and he's already also played the character in Suicide Squad. It's in the trailers.
Yeah.
So this will be his fourth time, and collectively, over 2 years of his life, he's already acted as this character. How much more mindset do you need to be in to, like, if you're not already there, what has he been doing? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it should be almost, if you do anything for over a year of your life, it's secondhand nature. I don't buy that. I don't buy that as a reason. I really don't. What I think, and a lot of people, I instantly, I texted a lot of people, and a lot of the people's responses was, oh, Warner Brothers must have pulled him off because his gangster movie bombed.
I don't think it has anything to do with that.
That is not what happened.
Have you seen that yet?
No, I wanted to. It's already gone.
I think it was still playing. I might try to see if I can.
Well, it might be around, but like our local theater,
it's gone from there.
It's gone from there. Monster Trucks came out the same day there. They still have it. It's gone before Monster Trucks.
Monster Trucks?
What I think happened is I think that Ben Affleck worked really hard to get back to a point where he was critically loved. He had that. I mean, he came out, obviously him and Damon, darlings, winning the Oscar for Good Will Hunting, and then progressively it got less and less and less to the point where he was doing Surviving Christmas. And then he made Gone Baby Gone, and then he won Oscars, and the town was well respected. He won Oscars for Argo, and then he decided to become Batman, and he got a lot of backlash for that. And then
did he?
He got a ton of backlash for choosing to be Batman, both from fans, and there was a lot of critical stories pointed his way saying he's choosing the paycheck over continuing this auteur career. There was a lot of stories written about that.
See, I feel like it was more... I didn't see so much criticism of, why would he do that? As so much as, Ben Affleck's going to be Batman? Oh, he's awful. And it's like, well, no, you've clearly missed the last...
No, that was from people. I'm talking from critics.
Critics? Okay.
There was a lot of think pieces and movie stuff written and even quotes. I think Alan Arkin gave a quote like, he's such a great director, I don't know why he's wasting his time with the cape. Stuff like that. And so I think that probably annoyed him. Mm-hmm. And then BVS was an utter failure.
But
and then
his
performance
was almost universally like the one saving grace.
And then Suicide Squad was poisoned to a point where I think, there are faults of that movie. I like it more than most, but I think that there was vitriol thrown at that movie from, again, critics and movie industry people to the level that it didn't, like, it might not be good, but it didn't deserve, like, it was being called like one of the worst movies of all time. And it's not great, but it's not that. So I think that
it's better than BVS.
But then two other things happened. Mm-hmm. The Accountant came out, got awful reviews, and he made a movie and nobody saw it and it got awful reviews. And I wonder if he legitimately just sees the stigma right now against him that spawns from these DC movies.
Maybe.
In his mind, and he just thinks, I'm not going to win doing this. It's not worth me really staking my what I work so hard to get to as a director.
Because as a director right now, he's 3 for 3.
Wow.
Neither of us have seen Live by Night.
And the thing is, I've heard from 3 or 4 of my friends that there's opinions that I trust that all said the same thing. It's not great, but it is not nearly as bad as these critics are saying. Really? Live by Night, where it's just
I keep forgetting that even came out.
Right, because it came out and it left, and it apparently cost Warner Brothers $75 million. Like they're writing off $75 million from that.
That's
movie.
fine. They made enough on BVS.
Kind of. They didn't make what they wanted to. But anyway, I really wonder if he's just like, you know what? If I do this and it is panned after Live by Night, even if it's going to make money no matter what, but that won't matter to the studios if it's shit on. And if that movie's bad after, if Wonder Woman and Justice League are bad and then the Batman is bad, they're done. They're done with this shit.
You'd think.
Like, they have to course correct at that point. I think that he just sees the writing on the wall, and I don't think he really trusts it anymore. But, what do you...
See, I wonder if it's more of a script thing.
He wrote it.
And it just got rewritten.
I know. By his buddy, Chris Terrio, who wrote Argo and who wrote BVS. And hearing that it is no longer him directing it and now it's the writer of BVS.
But it's also the writer of Argo. Like, it's...
I don't know if that matters anymore. And we'll find out because he also wrote Justice League Part 1 or whatever it's going to end up being.
Well, no, because Goyer, I thought, wrote Justice League.
Mm-mm. No. Goyer is writing something that they just... What's the other movie?
Oh, I thought Goyer was on Justice League with Snyder.
No. He might be doing the second one. Because Chris Terrio had said after in the BVS things that he was only doing the first one.
Gotcha.
What they did? DC just announced another movie recently.
I couldn't tell you.
I can't remember. Or maybe Goyer is the one that's doing the Page One rewrite of Flash. There was something he was just associated with. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But anyway, without Affleck and with Chris Terrio, who worked on Argo, but also most recently wrote BVS, which we both hate. Are you as excited? What could make you excited for this
I'm definitely
movie?
not. It depends on the director they get.
And there is a short list. We can talk about
I'm
it.
definitely not as excited. I think the Chris Terrio thing doesn't really worry me because he was involved in Argo, because it's kind of the reverse argument of like, oh, Goyer sort of co-wrote the Dark Knight movies, and oh, he must be great, and clearly he isn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to I want to tend to lean towards more Terrio doing a better job on this, having more faith in him than I would if it was like, oh, well, Goyer's doing the rewrite, and I'd be like, no.
Yeah, so he has been brought in to do a rewrite of the script written by Affleck and Jeff Johns.
Mm-hmm.
The original article that broke the story of him officially stepping out of the running for directing on Variety noted that Matt Reeves is a choice that Warner Brothers is looking at to do it. Matt Reeves directed Cloverfield, Let Me In, and then the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and the upcoming War of the Planet of the Apes.
Who did the middle one?
He did the middle one.
Who did the first one then?
Rupert Wyatt.
Oh, okay.
He's a good director.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Some other names that were like actually reported to be on their list were Denis Villeneuve, or Denny Villeneuve.
I feel like he's
that's officially out of it. It's got to be. Today it was officially announced that he's directing the remake of Dune.
Yeah,
he's not doing both.
He's busy.
He's done. And the other one that was in the report of somebody that Warner Brothers is looking at is George Miller.
That'd be awesome. I don't know if he would do it, but that would be...
I guess the question would be, why wouldn't he do it? I know, like, this is like, we think of him as this, guy who almost never makes movies, and that's true. But, like, he still did come in and make 2 Penguin movies,
sure.
Happy Feet movies. He made the second Babe after not making the first one. Like, it wouldn't be totally random. It really wouldn't.
He might clash too much with Warner Brothers. I mean, he's a...
But every movie he's made has been with them.
But I mean, in the sense of they're trying to keep a very distinct style to these. From what we've seen, there's kind of a very similar like tone to all of these movies.
Tone, yeah. But I don't know if that tone really goes against what he would make. I just think he would make it better.
I would hope. I have complete faith in him. I would just wonder if it would risk that balance of him kind of letting him just do his own thing, almost like Edgar Wright doing it for working for Marvel, and then they clashed. And
there was a lot of people suggesting immediately that Kevin Smith would be a good choice given his fandom and his work with Affleck. He took himself out of the running, and did you see his reasoning? He gave he tweeted like 3 reasons why he won't. I think he said, like, number 1, I haven't talked to Ben in years. I would like to know the full story of that. Number 2...
not even have talked to him in years.
He said, haven't talked to Ben in years. Number 2, the studio heads probably saw Yoga Hosers. And number 3, I think he said, like, look at me or something like that. That's a preposterous idea. I've heard some other names thrown about, like maybe Dan Trachtenberg, who made 10 Cloverfield Lane, and some other people. I don't know. I like the idea. I think Matt Reeves could do it well. I don't know if that would necessarily excite me. There are 2 things that I don't want to happen above all else.
Snyder.
I don't want Snyder. That's one. And I don't want Guy Ritchie. Guy Ritchie is the go-to Warner Brothers guy.
Yeah, I saw there was like some chart somebody put out, and Guy Ritchie was... There's somebody's list, and like Guy Ritchie was on like the list of, people who we could see replacing...
Because he makes a lot of sense. He steps in, he does their movies, he does every movie for them.
And I for the most part, like Guy Ritchie.
I don't like the Sherlock Holmes movies.
I thought they were fine.
I don't want this movie to be fine.
Sure, no.
I didn't like those, and I think King Arthur looks like it could be awful. I just don't want him. I don't know. I just don't want Guy Ritchie. I see it being Guy Ritchie.
I generally like Guy Ritchie, but I don't know if I would want to see his Batman.
I love Lock, Stock, and I love Snatch, and it's been downhill ever since. And those movies were made a long time ago.
That's fair.
Just pipe dream. Is there somebody?
Wanted Affleck.
I know. You just. Yeah.
I mean, Miller, I think, would be awesome if they let him do his thing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you could do something really interesting, probably, but like I would want it to be, like you said, his thing, and I don't know if his thing is what's already been written once by, and then there's one I would be very interested because he was supposed to make Batman Begins. Darren Aronofsky. I think Aronofsky could do something really unique and visually interesting, and then I don't think he would settle for something that wasn't deep.
Yeah.
And I think Noah was not what he or anybody else expected it to be, and he might be at the point where, like, maybe he would do this.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be really cool, but I don't know.
Yeah, a buddy of mine threw out James Wan.
Aquaman.
Well, that's what I kind of said too, and I'm like, I don't.
And like they've been doing like table reads, and that seems like it's about to go. I don't.
Depends how soon are they trying to film? The Batman.
There wasn't the thing that they pushed back Justice League 2 so that this movie would come out before, because they want this movie out.
Well, that was when they had a director attached.
Well, yeah, you're just gonna throw somebody in and have them go. Oh yeah, the other one
Snyder.
There was the other one that was like reported is Gavin O'Connor, who made Warrior, and he made The Accountant with Ben Affleck, and he's been brought in on a couple movies like this last minute to just do it. So that would be that would literally be the least appealing.
This
choice.
is not a movie that you just bring somebody in to.
I think Warrior is a fantastic movie, but that would be, I would just be like, all right, this movie's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. It's done. No hope. He would be the least exciting filmmaker to ever be brought on to make a Batman movie.
Yeah.
If you don't count the Batman, the series movie. Like, literally. So anyway, that's the story. More developing. I think that we'll have a director very soon, though. I don't think this is going to drag out.
I don't think it can. If they were trying to hit the dates that they're trying to hit.
I think that they were, like, I think that movie was it's supposed to film this year.
So they better
get
on it. It's supposed to come out next year, isn't it?
2019.
Oh, I thought it was 18.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's really going to suck then.
But yeah, so who do you want to see direct the Batman? Are you excited for it? Do you care anymore? Let us know in the comments below, or tweet at us. You can tweet at me at Rich Belson.
I'm at Stonks.
The channel's on Twitter at OABeer_official, and we're on Facebook at facebook.com/overabeer, or at youtube.com/overabeer. And if you have any topics to email us about, you can email us at overabeerofficial@gmail.com. But that'll wrap things up for today. So until next time, drink up.
And butter me up.